Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Sunday, July 22nd, 2018. Fire potential impacts for today include a mix of wet and dry thunderstorms over northern Nevada and northwest Utah, with wetter thunderstorms further south and east. We'll also expect to see some breezy, dry winds across central Idaho. On Monday, the winds will die down and we'll really just see some isolated thunderstorms continuing over Utah and Nevada, and they'll be on the wetter side there. And by Tuesday into the rest of the work week, we'll see a drying pattern across the geographic area. Precipitation and lightning activity for the past 24 hours are shown here. We did have some pretty strong storms move across the geographic area, especially over portions of far western Nevada, central Nevada, and then across southern Utah as well. Some of these storms generated some new initial attack, especially in Nevada and southeast Idaho. One of these fires is turning into a Type 2 incident. This is the Oahe fire in southwest Idaho. Precipitation over the past 14 days is shown here, with the heaviest amounts being observed over far southwest Utah and the Arizona Strip. But Idaho, northern Nevada, and northern Utah have been on the dry side. ERCs remain elevated across the north between the 70th and 80th percentile, and they're much lower across the south. We'll see some of these values moderating over the next few days over especially northern Utah in response to some of the precipitation from yesterday and today. Over southwest Idaho, those ERCs are above normal for the time of year and close to where we were this time last year, and there's really no relief expected here in southwest Idaho, as none of the precipitation should really make it up into that area. The same is somewhat true for northwest Nevada, where those values are trending about where we were this time last year, which is definitely above normal for the time of year. Sagebrush live fuel moistures are shown here for a couple of sample sites across the geographic area. In southern Idaho, it looks like sagebrush is trending near normal for the time of year. And in north central Nevada, those values are trending just above normal for the time of year there as well. This morning's satellite imagery shows moisture in place over the geographic area as the center of the high pressure is located to the south and east of the Great Basin. This moisture will kick off another round of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day today. Some of these storms have already started this morning, and we expect them to be generally producing some precipitation. Moisture will hang around throughout the day today, especially over Utah and Nevada, with generally wet thunderstorms. Expected precipitation for the day is shown here on the left, with winds on the right. And we can see most of the storms will develop over central and southern Nevada and up into Utah and far southeast Idaho. The winds for today will be associated with these storms. On Monday, we'll see some of these thunderstorms lingering across the geographic area, although drier air will begin to move in as the center of the high pressure moves closer to the Great Basin. Thunderstorm coverage will decrease on Monday and limited to mainly the higher elevations of Utah and portions of far western and central Nevada. Winds will generally be light on Monday. More of the same is expected on Tuesday as the center of the high pressure continues to move further north and west towards the Great Basin. Temperatures will be on the rise region-wide, with excessive heat warnings popping up across the far south. Precipitation chances again will be very light and limited to mainly the higher elevations of Utah and central Nevada. The 3-day totals are shown here. This is mainly reflecting the precipitation for today, Sunday, across Utah and Nevada. And by the middle of next week, that high pressure pretty much centers itself over the desert southwest, Southern California, and Arizona, and we'll see our temperatures becoming quite warm with a drying pattern region-wide. This drying trend will continue into Thursday and into Friday as the bulk of the moisture stays to the south of the geographic area, with high pressure dominating the region. On Saturday, some southerly moisture does start to get a little bit closer to the far southern Great Basin, and we'll see what this moisture does in the coming days. The 7-day totals look much like the 3-day totals, as we'll move into a dry pattern by the middle of next week. The extended forecast from Climate Prediction Center calls for above normal temperatures across the geographic area, with below normal chances of precipitation across the north and maybe a slightly above normal chance across the south. This takes us into the first week of August. And this concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.